What is going to happen with the Dallas-Fort Worth housing market in 2023? Well, I have some interesting news for you guys, so you may want to watch this video if you're thinking about buying a home in 2023. So 2023, I have my own predictions here as well, and I'm going to share with you guys my opinion, and along with opinions of others as well. And I am an agent out on the field every day, so I see things that you may not even hear about, okay? So this is going to be an informational packed video, so you may want to stick to the end so you don't miss any critical information. Hey guys, my name is Shanza and you're watching the Life in Dallas channel where we talk about all things living in the Dallas metro. I'm an agent here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area helping you buy and sell your home. And you can most definitely contact me. All my contacts will be down in the description box below. You can text, call, and we'll discuss what options are best for you. So overall, we know that our economy is going in a downturn, okay? Economic activity has slowed down. People are not spending as much. The borrowing has cut down because of the high interest rates, which technically isn't so high, but thinking that it nearly tripled in the past year and a half, it seems high now. We're going to be talking about 4 major factors that affect the housing market. These 4 major things that we're going to be discussing is number 1, the economy, number 2, population growth, number 3, interest rates, and number 4 is the supply and demand part, okay? So these are critical factors when it comes to analyzing the housing market. Before we start, I do want to give you guys some predictions. Like for example, Goldman Sachs says that the market's going to fall 7.5% in 2023. Wells Fargo says it's going to fall 5.5%. Amherst Real Estate Investment Fund says it's going to fall 5%. Redfin is saying 4%. And even Fannie and Freddie Mac are saying that the housing market is going to drop about 2%, 0 to 2%, which I feel like that is a little too nice. But hey, so they're talking on a national level, okay? So even at a national level, I mean, what was the highest number in there? 7%. Knowing that we went up like over 40% in the last 2 years, I mean, a 7, 8, even 9% drop isn't really bad. So that's their predictions on a national level. Let's talk about our current market. So starting with number 1 is the economy of a city. So Dallas is the most diversified economy in Texas, which most definitely helps in a downturn. And it has been said that Dallas is recession proof, which doesn't really mean that it's completely recession proof, but it's saying that it still has enough to sustain itself to not have such of a drop that other metros have. 250,000 jobs were given just last year, which is crazy because the sector of tech and solar and energy and construction, it just keeps growing. And the NAR, National Association of Realtors, came up with their list of top 10 cities that are going to perform the best in 2023. And guess what was on number 3? It was Dallas. Number 1 was Atlanta. Number 2 was O'Reilly. Number 3 was Dallas. Okay, so they said that these were going to be one of the strongest markets going into 2023. And then another thing, Scott Mueller, who is actually based in Dallas, and he leads the Southwest region for the Goldman Sachs Private Wealth Management Division. Whoa, that was a mouthful. He said North Texas is in a strong position. North Texas will not be impacted as strongly as the other parts of the country because of the factors that I'm going to be discussing. So 1 is the economy. So the economy is very strong. So still a lot of jobs out here, okay? Because we have so many companies moving here. There's lots of job openings. So the job market is strong. Even in commercial transactions, I believe 2022, we had the highest volume of commercial transactions happening here in the Dallas area. I'm not saying that we're not going to have a fall, but I'm saying that because we have a strong job market, that is an indicator of a strong city, a strong economy. And the fact that we have diversified jobs here, so energy, tech, medical, construction, it's just a variety of fields of work here. This factor I want to talk about is population growth. Now, Dallas has a natural population growth, which means that people, even if they're not coming here for jobs, they're still coming here. So, like for example, like 80% of people that come here, like my clients that are moving to the Dallas area, they are moving because of jobs. And the rest of the 20% are just moving because they want to move here. This has that natural, attraction to it, so that people just want to move here. Okay, even though they're not going to be working here, they still love the environment and that's what they want to do. Okay, because a lot of people, I don't know if you guys have noticed, a lot of people are moving from the colder cities like in Michigan and all those, Virginias, New Yorks and whatever, the colder cities, moving to Texas and like the warmer cities. So that's like this natural migration that's going on right now of people moving here, escaping the cold, and the winters have gotten worse. I don't know if you guys realize that, but they've been getting worse, and they're going to get worse. they're getting worse, and they're going to get worse too because of global warming. Surprise. So the Dallas-Fort Worth metro has like 7.8 million people. That is crazy. It's the fastest growing metro in the US, and the West and East Coast folks, they're going to continue moving here. And then the demographics actually predict that Dallas-Fort Worth will reach 10 million people in the 2030s, surpassing Chicago to be the nation's third biggest metro. So people are buying up land here, developing a lot of commercial activity here, lots of businesses moving here. And that's just naturally going to bring a lot of growth here and people and jobs and such. Just little cities are developing so fast that I just feel like people that don't make a decision right away will be left out on a lot of things. Growth is going to continue. And did you know that everybody in the US could live in Texas and they would all have 1 acre land and there would still be space left? That's how big Texas is. Number 3, we're going to talk about the interest rates, because the interest rates play a major effect on the housing market as well, because when interest rates are low, that entices more people to buy, that encourages more economic activity, that encourages more borrowing. So this is when people go out and buy more homes and borrow because the interest rates are low. But when interest rates are high, that's when things kind of slow down. So since right now interest rates are, I believe they're at like around 6%, and they've been falling since inflation has been falling. So if inflation is falling, then interest rates are going to fall too. But right now people are still buying. They're getting good deals on homes right now and having some costs paid for as well. So for some people, it's a really good thing. Even though like our market is on a decline, and I'll show you the housing report here after I'm done with these 4 points. They are trying to target 2% inflation. And inflation right now is at 6.5%. Down from 7.1%. So inflation is going down. That's a good thing. So we have to continue to see if it goes down. Now, if the feds decided to pivot early, it could send inflation up again like crazy. So this is why they need to be very strategic in what they do, and this is where I kind of don't trust them. So let's see what they do, okay? Because let me tell you something. When interest rates drop, that's going to bring more people into the market. So when you have more people into the market, that's more competition. And with more competition, the value of homes go up. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So we do have to understand why this is happening. So in the beginning, when COVID happened, the Federal Reserve had to make interest rates so low to promote economic activity. And because they were printing all this money that they probably have never printed ever, they printed during COVID. During that time, inflation went crazy. They thought inflation was going to be transitory, but when they saw that inflation wasn't coming down, they said, oh shit, like we got to do something. So that's why they went really aggressive on the interest rate hikes. So had they done it before, maybe it would not have gotten as crazy as it did. Okay, so that was their fault. And this time, what the Feds is doing is they're raising interest rates, but they're not raising it, as aggressively as they did before. So last year we had 475 basis point interest rate hikes. That's a lot. That's the most that ever happened. So when they kind of pivot, first what they're going to do is they're going to not raise interest rates as aggressively or not raise them as much, okay? Then they're going to wait and not do anything. And then after they wait and not do anything, then they're gonna finally start slashing rates. And when they start slashing rates, you have to know that this is gonna happen when the economy has to bleed some more, okay? So they're not gonna just do this right now. So we're gonna have to wait a couple months, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't know if it's gonna be 6 months, we don't know if it's gonna be in 2024, we don't know that. But just know that when they start slashing these rates, the prices are going to go back up again because there's gonna be more people on the market to buy, the prices are going to go up. And supply and demand, number 4, the housing market is typically considered balanced when there is a stable relationship with the number of homes on the market and buyers. But right now, we still have low inventory. So as you guys can see right now, if we look at the entire MLS, okay, as you can see that we're still up 4.9 year over year, okay, so our entire MLS has not hit the negative yet, okay. This is all the cities in the Dallas and Fort Worth metro and the surrounding counties as well. I want to show you guys something very important. You want to pay attention because real estate is seasonal. So let's look at the seasonal trends right here. So let's just start from over here. So you can see the high of 2013. You see how it's high during the summertime. So June, July, prices are high. Then it falls, and then January, February, it starts to rebound. So look, up here, topped off in June, bottomed out in January, topped off in June, bottomed out in January, topped off in June, bottomed out in January, topped off in May, June, either way, and then it bottomed out in January. So we can see that this did not happen this year, because look, it went up 2019. After 2019, that's when the trend kind of started messing up, because it just went up and up and up, and it didn't go back down for the correction. So in 2021, it just kept going up and up and up. As you can tell, in 2022, June, okay, see how it started falling in June, July. It's the same trends that happen. And then right now we're going back down December, January, February. Is it going to bottom out in January, February like it did? Or will we go a little bit lower because of like the huge uptrend that we had right here? So this is typically the slow season, and it starts picking up during the summer, because summer we have more buyers on the market and we have more sellers on the market. But this time it may be a little bit different, because 82.5% on mortgages in Texas are below 5%. So sellers are going to stay put, I feel like, unless they absolutely have to sell. I feel like 2023 is going to be both slowing on the buying side and the selling side. Properties people have like around 2-3% rates. I don't think that they're going to sell those. They'll probably turn them into an investment property because it'll cash flow really good. A lot of people are becoming landlords as well because they know the potential of having real estate. So a lot of times people don't even want to sell unless they absolutely have to sell that house to get a new one. They're just rent that house out. So real estate is specific to its state and its city. So you guys see this is the entire MLS, right? So let me just put in Frisco real quick. So if we can see the Frisco market is acting different. The McKinney, let's just put in Plano. Let's just put in some cities here, okay? So Plano market is acting different. Let's look at these cities. McKinney up 0.5%, Plano up 3.9%, Frisco is up 12.5%. You can see, do you see Frisco? Because Frisco does not want to stay down forever. So the Frisco market is rebounding. Just like the Plano, you see that rebound right here? And then let's delete McKinney and let's put Dallas, because Dallas has been falling. Look at Dallas. Do you see -10? Do you see that? No one wants to move to Dallas. No, I'm just playing. But this is why it's important to analyze a city too, because these cities move really different from one another. See, the Frisco's going up. That's how you know that there's going to be a lot of people that are looking into Frisco, and you might get into a multiple offer situation even here in this day and time. Let's look in Tarrant County. So let's look in Keller. Let's do Corinth. Let's do Capel. Look at this. Keller up 14%. Corinth up 49%. That is crazy. Capel up 4%. So you can see that Capel is going down. That market is acting differently. You can see Keller's kind of rebounded, and it doesn't know where to go right now. And then if we look at Corinth is just like shooting up. So all these cities are doing something different. So that's why if you're looking to move into the area, to a specific city, it's important to know the conditions in these specific cities to help you navigate the market. So even though prices are falling in some of these cities, other cities prices are going back up. New listings have dropped dramatically. And if we look at the inventory, so let's look at the months of supply. So month of supply is going down, you guys. It's back at 2.6. 2019, we had like around 4 months of supply. Like we just been falling. We went back up in 2022 a little bit, but we're back down to 2.6, which is way below where we need to be, okay? So I don't see how prices are going to drop that much when we don't have an influx of inventory. It just doesn't make any sense. And even if foreclosures were to go up, it would still not cause that much of a dent here, okay? So we would like to see more inventory, because there's people right now, you guys, that are still in multiple offer situations. I was just in a multiple offer situation. The last 2 deals I did were in multiple offer situations. So here in this day and age, if your home is priced correctly, it shows well, it's going to sell fast. I know that might be crazy for you to hear, because every time I mention this to my clients, they don't believe it. And that's why I'm here sharing all the information with you guys, so you guys can be well informed if you're going to be buying a house here or moving here. You need to know these things. And don't be fooled by these major headlines all across the US saying, oh, recession this, recession that. Like, yeah, we might be going into a recession. There's a 50% chance that we might go into a recession in the first quarter of this year. But if we're in a city like Dallas, like, are we going to be affected that much? We know that the market has slowed down, but we don't know how long this is going to last. It might just start rebounding now and people missed out. But if you're waiting, okay, wait, but don't wait that long to where you miss an opportunity. And for some folks, you shouldn't even be buying right now. You know, if you're a well-leveraged person and you have the means to move, okay, you need to move, you need to buy, then you have a good opportunity right now to buy homes at a good price. And there's still homes being sold above asking. Yes, it's shocking, but some of these cities, that's happening. Okay, but other people won't tell you that because they're not out in the field doing this like I am. So if you're in a good position to buy right now, I don't see why not. And for some folks, you know, if you're just trying to rush into it, you know, hurry up and trying to buy a home, I don't suggest that you do that. You know, take care of what you need to take care of first and then buy a home, because buying a home is a huge, huge responsibility. You don't want to have to deal with all that and not even be prepared correctly. And if you want to analyze your options and discuss your situation with me and see, you know, what can be done, then most definitely contact me. All my contacts will be down in the description box below. I'll be more than happy to help, okay? Don't be hesitant to reach out, okay? Don't bite. I mean, hey, this is just my opinion in this video. You're more than welcome to share your opinion as well. All in all, I feel like 2023 is going to be a slow year, both buying and selling, and I feel like 2023, the end of 2023, the beginning of 2024, this is when we're gonna see a new market, new bull market, okay? If we're talking crypto, we're talking stocks, this is where things are gonna change. So technically we're in a bear market right now. This is the market where you want to save and you want to invest, okay? These coming months are gonna be a huge opportunity for you to build wealth, whether it's through stocks, crypto, real estate, you know. So the demand is starting to build up. Like I said, we're going into the summer days. So this is naturally where more people are moving and more people are selling. So we're gonna still see not as much activity as we did last summer, but we can expect more activity than we're seeing right now. Personal pipeline, most of the people that I have on my pipeline are moving in the summertime, okay? There's only a couple that are here right now that want to move within the first 2-3 months, but I have several that are coming in the summertime, okay? We still have low inventory then guess what? That's gonna push the prices up. I wanted to share all this information so people won't be left in the dark about what's really happening. So, like I said, that for some people, it's a good time to buy. Some people, it's not. They need to evaluate other things before they buy. But overall, in my opinion, people are getting deals right now. People are getting deals right now. They're not worried about the rates. Well-leveraged person, you have the capital right now. And then you can afford to refinance later, if whatever the case is. All I see is opportunity. I'm a very optimistic person, and I know that fear sells, but I don't like to do that. Okay, I don't like to use fear to get views. I don't like to use fear to do that. Always look at the positive things of sides instead of dwelling in the negativity. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know if these markets is gonna fall for 6 months to a year. Nobody knows. Not even the experts know that. These are my opinions. You're more than welcome to share your opinion as well, but I think it's going to start to pick up sooner than we know it. Okay, so if you're waiting, you may not want to wait until everything starts going back up again to buy. So if you guys need any help, please don't hesitate to contact me. All my contacts will be down in the description box below. You can also follow me on my social medias as well. And I will be more than happy to help, and I will see you guys in my next video.